Welcome to Miami. We're here next to the Miami Football Stadium where it is time for the Miami Grand Prix. Only Grand Prix weekend in the United States other than the Las Vegas Grand Prix to be held on a Friday. The Grand Prix will be on Friday, meaning sprint qualifying will be today along with its only first practice session here in Miami. We got a whole lot of things to talk about. New type of graphics, new sound effects for our graphics here on Speed and on Speed HD. Let's go! Here is Kimi Antonelli. And you see the new graphic right here that shows the F1 car along with the driver's name. That's something new here that we've been doing here on Speed. You see another one of the sound effects as Franco Colapinto sets the fastest first sector. You're going to see a lot of new things that we've been trying to do here on Speed with some new graphics. Just a little bit of something. Of course, nothing's changed with the ticker leaderboard that you see right there that shows the drivers here at Monoposto. But it's very interesting to say the least. A new graphics and some new liveries for the Miami Grand Prix weekend, and Mercedes, they've got purple suits for their sponsor with NU, the banking company, and just some other things. And so we got Kimi Antonelli out on track, and he's looking fairly good in his Mercedes. And Nelly has already won 2 Grand Prix this season. As you can see, a little bit of his new fire suit for this Miami Grand Prix weekend as we ride on board. And a new helmet for Max Verstappen, a purple Miami themed helmet for MAX. And Red Bull, they've brought some upgrades that might change the game when it comes to their cars. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with those new upgrades. It might be good for the benefit of Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull have had a really bad time. They haven't really gotten a whole lot more faster. And so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. And welcome back, Charles Leclerc. He is finally back after those horrible injuries sustained at the Turkish Grand Prix. Well, now he's back in Miami after a week off for F1. And so this is really cool. America 250 again that you see right there in our Speed broadcast graphic. Now, along with our Speed HD logo. Oh, Hamilton getting held up there by the Racing Bulls car. Here comes the home state hero. Well, not the home state hero, but I guess you could say the local home hero because he is from the United States. Bent JUNEBUG, and he goes fast because of course he does. This is the home Grand Prix for Ian 7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac. It's also the home Grand Prix for JUNEBUG, even though he's from Wisconsin and not Miami, Florida. This is incredible. What a weekend this is going to be for Ian 7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac. And they also got a new livery to celebrate the occasion. They got the USA at the back of their rear wing, and this is a new livery for them. And so, to mark this occasion for their first home Grand Prix, for Cadillac at least, this is really good. And look at Racing Bulls, Visa Cash App RB, or also known as Racing Bulls. They've got a brand new livery themselves. You can see the Alpine, they got a little bit of yellow on their car as well. As we ride on board with Liam Lawson from New Zealand. Lawson here, along with Arvid Lindblad, they got a new livery here at Racing Bulls. A yellow summer theme for their sponsor drink, of course, being Red Bull. And both V-Carb drivers are now in the points. How about that? Lindblad is 3rd, and Lawson is, well, now he's 7th. I think he was 6th at one point. But man, that's incredible. What a performance here. V-Carb also brought some upgrades and a bit of a new look at the livery for McLaren as well. But they also brought some slight upgrades to their car. A lot of teams brought upgrades because they had a week off. After our previous Grand Prix in Azerbaijan, we had a week off. And now we're back for some F1 action. And it's a sprint weekend. That means we're going to have sprint qualifying after this only and first practice session, and then the sprint race, then one more qualifying, and then the Grand Prix itself on a Friday. Here is Lewis Hamilton, the 9-time world champion. He's led the world championship, I think, at least twice so far in the 2026 season. But right now, it's looking a little bit bleak for Sir Lewis, as he is right now dead last. He is in P22, 22nd out of 22 cars in this F1 grid. That is nothing good for Lewis Hamilton. He's won here before at the Miami Grand Prix, and I'm sure he would love to get at least another one in his tenure for Ferrari. And you never know, Hamilton, he's been trying to do whatever he can to make sure that this car is working to its potential. And he's not the only one either. Arthur Leclerc did well while he was substituting for his brother. And now that Charles Leclerc is back, it's back to square one for Ferrari. Now that they have both of their primary drivers ready to go for this Grand Prix weekend, you would think it was going to be, Ferrari they're gonna blow Cadillac out of the water. But I think as of now, they still got work to do, because they didn't have Charles throughout some of the Grand Prix weekends because of that horrifying crash at Istanbul. Yeah, I think the crash at Istanbul really played a big factor to Ferrari and their performance, because while Hamilton, he did well. In Azerbaijan, he didn't score any points, and so that's gonna mess things up highly, and really bad too. But they got a great package for this Miami Grand Prix weekend, as you would expect them to have a good weekend right here. We ride with Bent Junebug, currently on pole for EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac. Now, this is another Grand Prix that he's won. He won here last year, marking his first home Grand Prix victory in the U.S. Now we ride with Valtteri Bottas, his teammate, and Valtteri, he's looking forward to this weekend as well. And Valtteri's doing pretty well. Look at the pace. The car is fast here. These cars are really fast compared to how they were in Azerbaijan. Back in Baku City, it was clear that some of the cars were fairly slow, but now they look like they have the right amount of pace. And so as we see Valtteri go for his lap, he'll go up from 13th to 2nd. It's a 1-2 for EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac. Junebug first, Valtteri Bottas second. And again, EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac. Before, in 2025, they were just EN7 Trackhouse F1 team. And 1 year ago, they won this Grand Prix with Bent Junebug. And Junebug won this Grand Prix, marking his first Grand Prix win in the United States, where he is from. That's right, Junebug, as an American citizen, he's going to do well, especially because the United States is celebrating his 250th birthday, and so, he wants to win a United States Grand Prix in America's 250th birthday. 250 years of the United States. And Bent Junebug is perhaps the United States' most successful modern-day F1 driver. We ride with Arvid Lindblad, car number 41 for Racing Bulls. Now, Lindblad said that the car did have some shifting issues going to this practice session, but as of now, I think the shifting issue is because it was only 6th gear that had a problem. At least Lindblad mentioned they had a problem with 6th gear when he exited the pits for the first time. And so that might come into play coming to the sprint qualifying later today. As we watch Bent Junebug go for a lap, let's take a listen. What a brilliant lap from Junebug. And he will be fastest in first practice. The only practice session that we're going to have for this Grand Prix weekend. And that was a fast lap. I can say that for sure. That was a blistering lap from Junebug. That was brilliant. Yeah, Junebug put up a really good performance, as well as his teammate Valtteri Bottas. And Bottas, he did a pretty good job himself. And Ollie Bearman, how about Bearman? Third in a Haas car. His teammate Esteban Ocon is coming across the line now. And what a day for Haas. They have a bit of a partnership with the U.S. They're more Japanese, though, than American. But that was pretty good. What a practice session. The only practice session here this weekend, and it's fastest for Junebug. That's right, here we go. Bent Junebug on pole from Bottas, Bearman, Lando Norris, Arvid Lindblad, Max Verstappen, Gabriel Bortoleto, Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, and Oscar Piastri. Then we got George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Kimi Antonelli. You can see Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. And man, what a Grand Prix. What a Grand Prix weekend that we're going to have here in Miami. And, well, I think Junebug's looking forward to a special homecoming here in the United States, but we're going to find out for sure.